Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTBase.com. Welcome to this week's COT review. Today we're going to be analyzing the fifth Commitments of Traders report of 2025. And as we always do, we shall start out by looking at the largest changes in commercials net positions. But before I jump to the review, for those who are new to COT analysis here at COTBase.com, you'll find a lot of educational material. Not only do we have these in written format, but we have some very useful videos as well that can guide you through the analysis process. If you need some further help, one-on-one, we actually offer consultations as well. And if you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel so you are notified if we have a new video out. These videos can guide you and help you understand how to analyze these wonderful reports that are issued by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. Let's get started. Crude oil is on top of our list if we are looking at the largest changes in commercials net positions, so net positions. And we're analyzing these changes to a 52-week look back period. Don't forget, we're looking at the classic COT report type, futures and options data combined. So opening up crude oil, we've got, of course, two different crude oils to trade, the Brent crude oil, and then later we're going to be looking at the WTI crude oil as well. So 30% change in commercials net positions. Commercials are of course represented with the red chart over here. Green is for large speculators and on a separate scale chart because non-reportables, or as we call them, small speculators, do not trade in huge volumes, so they are on a separate scale chart, so it's easier to see what they're doing. So larger than average changes in this recent report. This is a bullish change signal coming after about 2.5 weeks of decline. This suggests that we may see a bit of a rise in the next few days. Moving to a 5-year chart, we can see if we look at the horizontal line on the commercials net positions chart, we do not have a significant extreme to talk about. So it's really the COT chain signal that you can act upon if we're looking at the classic COT analysis. Now, if you've been following me, you may already know about our own unique indicator that we developed after many years of research. This is called the iCOT Intraday Indicator. And basically these charts, the red and the green line over here, we can call them commercials and speculators, but they're actually scores. We call them iCOT scores, and they help us identify stress levels in the market. This is crude oil, okay? This is a 1-minute candlestick chart. I just want to emphasize this was an indicator we developed after many years of research to bring COT analysis into the shorter time frames. So it's a very useful tool to supplement COT analysis, the classic COT analysis, which of course is based on a weekly data, and of course for that reason we have certain limitations on how we can use it. Moving on to the next market, we've got the Chicago wheat following the crude oil with a 24% change in commercials net positions. You can see the chain size over there. It is a bullish chain signal, but we already have seen the market rise. So as you may know, COT reports are usually reports on a Tuesday situation in traders net positions, but it's issued with a lag on Friday. So as you can see, if we could see what's going on that day, the report day, we may have been able to better, catch this move that happened afterwards, Wednesday, Thursday. So this may be a little bit late for us to act upon. Switching to a 5-year chart, we can, of course, come to the conclusion, the obvious conclusion, that this is a significant bullish COT extreme in the wheat market. Okay, so whenever we had larger than average COT extremes, we had a COT extreme to talk about, then it was actually a successful signal. We are talking about the wheat market right now. So this is a bullish extreme. Commercials are at roughly 100,000 contracts net long. Large speculators over 100,000 contracts net short. We've got small speculators at their relative bullish extremes, as you can see right now. This is overall, it is a bullish COT extreme situation. Moving to our next market, once again, crude oil, but this time it's the WTI. Crude oil, this, of course, is not going to be a surprise to any of us due to the significant correlation between these markets, we are pretty much seeing a very similar picture. A larger than average change size, suggesting some strengthening in the next few days. But if we switch to a 5-year chart, the COT Extreme is not necessarily that obvious, maybe leaning a little bit more towards the bullish side than it was the case for Brent crude oil. Moving on to large speculators COT Extreme analysis, we've got the feeder cattle market on top of our list with an all-time COT Extreme. So this, of course, is an unquestionable bearish COT Extreme. Commercial participants are shorting as the market is going higher and higher. A lot of small speculators are actually commercial participants themselves. So this is a significant COT Extreme, suggesting anybody who's been holding feeder cattle contracts long to maybe consider taking some profits off the table. It is a bearish COT Extreme signal. Livestock complex, so basically the entire complex sector, all the markets, live cattle, feeder cattle, lean hogs, these are all in a more bearish COT Extreme territory. The true US dollar index, so this is something unique that we've created, taking the individual currencies of the US dollar basket of currencies and taking their COT reports and combining them into one true US dollar index COT report. It's more, I would say, more accurate than the normal COT data that we get on the dollar index futures market because we are using way more data from the individual currency. So it is a bearish COT Extreme situation in the dollar index over here. And that suggests that we may see the continuation of this decline that started a couple weeks ago. Not that long ago, actually. But we have seen the dollar index come down a little bit. So the report suggests that we may see this continue in the next couple of days, weeks ahead of us. The last market for this review is going to be live cattle. And of course, not surprisingly, we have this all-time, or pardon me, not all-time, but very close to it, bearish COT Extreme, suggesting that live cattle, following what we've just saw in feeder cattle, is actually at a point in time where we are expecting a top to materialize in the market. Now, that's all for this review. These are just, snippets, brief pictures of what's going on. But COTBase.com offers a wide range of tools to analyze the report. So COT change analysis can be done on not just one report, but you can actually combine reports and define your own look-back period. COT Extreme analysis offers not only the COT Extremes that are coming from, of course, net position analysis, but also we offer COT Index, the COT Move Index. We offer the long-term trend indicator. Volume and open interest analysis is something very good to use when it comes to commodity trading. And you can, of course, always go back in time and look at an individual specific report. Or if you are interested in one specific market, then you can actually come here to the left panel over here and choose the market and go dig deep into that data. So there's a lot of data to analyze here at COTBase.com. And if you are a pro member, I should point out that you can actually download the data, which might be very, very useful as well. And as I mentioned, we do have our own unique indicators. The COTBase Pro offering you the capabilities of downloading the data. You can actually use it on your own charts in NinjaTrader. Or the iCOT Intraday Indicators, the basic and the more advanced indicator that I just showed you on crude oil on a 1-minute candlestick chart. It's a very, very useful tool. It's not COT data itself. Of course, the data CFTC publishes is a weekly data, but we really did a lot of reverse engineering and putting together a lot of information to come up with our own iCOT scores. It's a highly, highly recommended product. These lines are truly containing a lot of information, and can help identify great buying and selling opportunities in different markets. So anyways, if you have any questions, feel free to comment underneath the video, or once again, send us an email to info@cotbase.com. Thank you so much for your attention. I wish you guys a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you in my next COT review. Take care. Goodbye.